See, hold on. Hey, let's see. Yes, okay, I think it's working. So, um I'm just checking in. Okay. All this stuff is going on. I'm checking in to do a real life, real time Hurricane Ian tropical storm update. So, um for those of you who don't know, I relocated September of last year to Tampa, Florida. I live in Tampa, not one of the outlying cities. My zip code is Tampa, Florida. And in fact, I live in Zone A, which was evacuated mandatory. Governor DeSantis did a mandatory evacuation for my zone on Monday. So I had to be away from my place um, by 2 p.m. I think I hit the road maybe by 12:30, 1 o'clock. I was working, of course, working and packing, doing more working than packing, and then all the alarms went off. My phone alert went off, the TV alert went off, the building alert went off, everything. Um, went off to say that I had a mandatory evacuation by 2 p.m. So I cut back on the work and did more packing so that I could get out as fast as I could. Although I was authorized to evacuate up to 300 miles from Tampa, I chose to cross the state and come to East Tampa. I am right now at my parents' home. They're not here. They are in South Florida, Southeast Florida, with my sister and her husband and children and their family. So they are hunkered down there. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you for everyone who has been texting and letting me know that you all are praying. For those of you all who know that I'm in Tampa, right in the heart of things, even though Hurricane Ian wobbled, that's what we call it, wobbled and turned a little bit. And they're saying that southeast Tampa, so southeast Florida, Tampa is southwest Tampa. Tampa is central, is west coast along the Gulf coast still, the Gulf of Mexico. However, it is central. Hurricane Ian, they're projecting the direct or the eye will come into southwest Florida, which is a little lower below where I live in Tampa. However, let's be clear, the band of this Hurricane Ian is covering, is more than 50 miles wide. So that more than covers the Tampa area where I live. And I live very close to the water, not on it, but very close, hence the mandatory evacuation because they were worried about the storm surges, still concerned about flooding and all that sort of thing. So I just want to thank everybody for praying. I appreciate you. Please keep the prayers coming because even though uh, the center or the eye winds and things like that is maybe about a 50, 60 mile radius, the outer bands are covering the state. So even where I am now, on the east side of Florida. I am about 150, 170 miles, depending upon how you drive, 70 miles from Tampa. There is flooding here. I posted a little video on Facebook story, but there is flooding here. Um, Out in the front of the house, I've seen people, it stopped raining. I went live now because it stopped raining for the first time since Monday. Okay, I got here Monday, en route here. Mm, I'm about 2.5 hours away from my parents. Due to the traffic, it took me more than 3 hours to get here. So on my way here, maybe at the halfway point, it started raining on Monday and it had not stopped until just now. So it has been raining since Monday. So there is flooding. I saw it just stopped raining. I saw one of the neighbors walk out front, and the water out front is above his ankle. My short little video showed a little bit of flooding in the back. There is a huge lake, tributary, or whatever in the back, and it is above normal. But I'm told that they have runoff spots and all of that, so um, it shouldn't come close to the house. But anyway, so I appreciate all the texts. I appreciate people sending the prayers this way and sending it for the entire state of Florida. I have to give credit where credit is due. Governor DeSantis issued in the emergency, the Florida emergency preparedness folks, they issued the evacuations early and often throughout the day in order to get people out of harm's way. It has been an adventure. The stores have done very well with restocking the shelves, so I was able to get what I needed, and I brought a lot of stuff with me here, packed in the car. So it is real, okay? Um, this is going to be impactful. It already is. Even where I am, the news report this morning talked about power outages, hence another reason why I wanted to go live. I am believing, trusting, and praying that I will not lose power, because even though there's a hurricane, it is still hot here in Florida, and my understanding is that when the power goes out in Florida, it does get a little it's even hotter indoors and uncomfortable. And I don't want to be any more uncomfortable than what I am. I'm comfortable here in my parents' house, but just the whole situation and circumstance. So, again, thank you for praying for the state of Florida, the entire state of Florida, even the areas that are more directly impacted, but we are feeling it across the entire state. Pray and believe and trust God for very little devastation and damage, and absolutely no loss of life. We thank God that all the emergency people are in place, bridges have been shut down, and all of that good stuff. So they have done an amazing job. Kudos, kudos, kudos to them. So keep the messages coming, keep the prayers coming. Um, Put your comments in, and I hope to reply back. And I'm grateful for where I work, because today and tomorrow we are on leave. We are closed down. We are shut down for business because life and safety of the employees is important. And so I even have more to put in the book. About the 9 lessons learned from being flying into a hurricane. So I'm just thinking to myself, so last week I was in Hurricane Fiona, Category 4, from the sky view inside the eye of the hurricane. So I know what that feels like from the air. And here we are on the ground, experiencing Hurricane Ian, which right now is a Category 4. It is not slowing down, and it has the potential. It's only a couple of miles wind, mile per hour shy of being a Category 5. So that's why I say, please keep praying. Thank you, thank you, thank you. There is no such thing as too much prayer. So I will check in a little later today. I will be giving updates throughout the day as I can. And if for any reason the situation changes for the worst, I will let you know that as well. But thank you and keep the prayers coming. Appreciate you so much.